Muyusir Kasakam Tunuu ilan asartakok and Amilayam Tunuu ilan Moses asartakok. So Unangam Tunuu ilan Kagidar asartakok. Atram ilaganang irtakok. Atram tanadusi igdartkalok ilan akok. This is just a setup technique. It's not really a studio, it's a workspace. The project that I'm working on now is to gather as much Unangam Tunuu as possible from the fluent speakers. There are less speakers than they were when we first started back in the 70s and 80s. I've always been interested in language ever since I was a little kid. Language was taught by our grandparents. It was educational because he would teach us how to use the language and how to survive and so forth. So then we had to go to school and learn how to speak English, which was difficult because at that time I was only fluent in Unangam Tunuu, and then trying to change over to speaking English was a challenge for me. Ever since I graduated from high school in the early 70s and met this linguistics professor in the University of Oslo in Norway, and he was studying the Western dialect of Unangam Tunuu. Yeah, at one time there were 9 different dialects. I've tried to mentor a lot of people that were interested, and then seems like it didn't really work out. But hopefully this time around, there's a lot of interest in the Unangam Tunuu. It's good to see that there are younger people that are taking up interest in the language.
Yeah, they've got a lot of great books. I teach Unangam Tunuu at UAA with Moses Dirks. He's my teacher. And I don't know, I think I stay away from like using this language of loss because that's such a Western concept of like, oh, we have to, white saviors and like we have to save these things, otherwise the natives are gonna lose it. It's not like, oop, we forgot our language back there. We didn't just like forget it. Like loss is too passive, like it was taken from our people.
I was mentoring her for several years when she was doing her master's, and now I think she's doing her doctorate now. So she's the one that's spearheading the Unangam Tunuu, and I'm just there to assist her and help her set up lessons for students to practice and use the language.
Moses and I are also working to keep it alive, and it's hard in 15 weeks on a semester system to get anybody fluent, but we're working on fluent in conversations.
I think it's important to learn and use the language and study it and learn more about it. Each individual person who spoke the language, I thought that was a responsibility to keep the culture and language going.
I grew up only hearing like Haliehana Stepetin, the name of that mountain, or Istoch, or Charich, all just these things or places, and just like words with no grammar. And I went to Alaska when I was in like 2nd and 3rd grade, and I learned from Moses. He was my first Unangam Tunuu teacher. And then I went to Nikolsky. Oh, it's time to go. Richard's calling me. Hello? Okay, I'll be right there. Okay, gotta go fishing. Packing up, getting ready. I have my stack of books.
Priorities.
Yes.